can. Part two. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you for long. I probably will, but here are some things that I think are important. And I know that we have some people, and I'm going to message out to the people who have signed up and haven't done anything yet and tell them that this is what they should watch, because it's okay if you haven't done anything yet. And I have new people, like obviously Amelia is the newest on our team, and we have people who joined who are leaders from forever ago, and they haven't had a chance to do anything. But all of the things I'm about to give you are for us. So it's going to be packed, in my opinion. So, oh my God, I don't know what's happening, but it's a double call. So I'm going to answer in case of an emergency. Hello. Who is this? Oh, hi. The next door neighbor has it. Thanks. Okay. So, okay, in the very beginning, and for some of you, you're going to be like, I already launched, I don't want to listen to this. You will want to say this to your new people. And I promise you that in the next 30 to 60 days, we're about to have a huge influx of people. Our team is going to go from our beautiful little small group to like, ooh, and I don't prefer that because I can't manage it. So I'm not going to manage it, kind of like how I haven't been managing you guys. I'm not blowing you up. I'm just letting you do your thing, and the people who show up are the people who go up, and the people who don't have a bunch of jewelry. That's just how it's gonna be. So, but I want to give you this information so that you can give it to your person, or so that you can have it. Like obviously, Amelia has never heard it. When you're first starting and you're launching, the difference between a successful launch and a launch that maybe isn't as successful is 1000% you, which is the same thing with your parties. And what I noticed is, and I'm, Catholic, so we use guilt a lot. And I'm not trying to use guilt, but I'm also not saying that you shouldn't, because here's the deal. The difference between the 8 parties that I had in the beginning that failed and the 2 that I had that were great just now is I basically told the hostess, I figured out the difference between the parties that are going well and the parties that aren't. And the difference is you. Here's why. My demo stays the same. My posts stay the same. The jewelry stays the same. The deals stay the same. The difference is how many people are actually watching, and I can't make your friends watch. I can give you the scripts. I can tell you how to get them in the group. But at the end of the day, if we were doing a party at your house, I can't drive to your friends' houses and drive them to your living room. Your only job is to get them into your living room, or if it's an online party, into the group that we're creating, which is a proverbial living room. And then I will work my magic. But if you get them in and you just put them all in there and they don't ever watch, there's nothing that I can do. That's like getting a bunch of people to RSVP to your wedding and then thinking, oh, I have all these people coming to my wedding, and then nobody's showing up. Well, I mean, it doesn't really help that you sent out the invitation so far in advance and then weren't specific about the date. That's a bad example because people tend to remember weddings, but you know what I mean? If I said to you, hey, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be having a party. Do you want to come? You're like, yeah, okay, great. And then that's it. And then the day of the party, I'm like, are you watching? What? No, I'm not. So when you're launching your business, just like when your hostess is launching her party, that's how I want you to think about it. When hostess is having a party, the determining factor of success, in my opinion, is communicating with the people that you want to watch. So for a launch, that's on the new stylist. Your job is to get them to watch Allie. For a hostess, it's on the hostess. Her job is to get them to watch you. If those things happen, it's like, if they watch it, they will buy. It's true, because the jewelry sells itself. It's beautiful and the deals are irresistible. If they don't watch, then yeah, your posts might help and you'll be able to capture them. And that's great if you have great follow-up game. But people buy more and spend more when they're seeing it and when you can talk to them. So for the people who are launching right now, I see you in this mega chat group. And if you're new and you're watching this, or if you haven't launched, or if you're going to get a new baby and you're wondering what she should do, stop focusing on, I need to create a business page. I need to make sure that I'm making images. I want to make sure that I have beautiful photo style to put all over my social media. Literally none of that shit matters. All that matters is messaging everyone you've ever met in your entire life, which sounds exhausting. But if you have a strong launch or relaunch or a strong start, the momentum carries you through. If I had just said, hey, I'm getting into jewelry, if anyone wants to have a party with me, let me know, I would not have the business I have right now. But instead, it was do or die. I messaged every single person. I have a larger reach, so I paid someone. If you don't have the time, or if you have a significant other, a business partner, a sister, a kid, give them the message and say, go through my friends list, start at A, and every day for the next 5 days, I want you to message 3-4 letters. You instead, in your head, you're thinking, okay, who would want to come to a jewelry party, right? Like, okay, Danielle wears jewelry sometimes. Elena isn't really a jewelry person, but I mean, she would support me. I don't know, like maybe Janina. Stop thinking about people. Do you know how many people think about you? No one does. We don't think about each other that way.
Maria, I'm sorry, just to interrupt you real quick. Yes. Based on knowing me the way you know me, would you have guessed that I owned the amount of Park Lane that I owned prior to starting?
I absolutely 1000% would not have. Aaron literally said, I want to include Jasmine. And I'm like, if you think this is something she would like, of course I want her energy. But I'm like, I don't remember ever seeing Jasmine. I didn't wear jewelry. I personally did not wear jewelry. And here we are, right?
I only wore it at national training.
The problem is when you use what's in here, okay, guys, what's in here, not the healthiest thing. Let's just be honest. There's a committee that meets in there all the time. It's crazy town banana pants. Don't worry about what's in here. Instead, I want you to stop judging, because that's what in here does. Who would like it? Who wouldn't? Who's going to think, oh, she's doing MLM? We don't care about that. I want you to message every single person you're Facebook friends with, which A, sounds like a lot, and B, sounds spammy. It's not. If you're Facebook friends with them, then you guys are close enough for them to learn about a bracelet. It's not like you're trying to get into their intimate details. Why are they your Facebook friend if you can't say, hey, girl, Amelia's a perfect example. She was like, did you see the Barbie movie? The Barbie movie is the most amazing thing. I love the Barbie movie so much, right? Barbie, 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 Barbie. She loved something and then shared it. I didn't think, why are you telling me about the Barbie movie? I don't even care about the Barbie. You know what? Who even are you? How dare you tell me? Come on. But you're so worried about what's going to happen. And then what happens if she said, did you see the Barbie movie? And I didn't reply. She's not going to think, oh God, now she probably thinks that I'm this weirdo because I mentioned the Barbie movie. She's just going to think I didn't see it, or she's not going to care. And then next week she's going to message me, did you see what I said about the Barbie movie? Girl, go see it. And I'm going to be like, why do you keep talking about it? Was it really that good? Yes, it's amazing. Or I'm going to ignore it again. And then she's going to go, I sound like a stalker, but you want to see the Barbie movie? I'm like, okay, I got it. The Barbie movie. Either way, nothing in my head is going, I don't want to be friends with that girl anymore. How dare she share with me something that brought her so much joy? But you are thinking that might happen, and it's stopping you. So my suggestion is always download a list of your Facebook friends. And if you don't want to download them, then just click on friends and it sorts them for you. And you hover over their name. I don't care if you're watching TV, hover over their name, click message, click paste, change it to their name, and click send. Stop thinking about who it is. Oh yeah, I didn't like that girl in high school. Oh, that girl, she's cheating on her husband. Oh, that guy, he would never, ever, ever be interested in jewelry. I don't care if they're your Facebook friend and you don't send them a message, then don't come to me with, why is my business not doing well? Jessica Wells is a great example of this. She messaged every single solitary one of her Facebook friends and then followed up with every single one. She still wasn't having success. She just got her first ever order today, but she's doing all the things that will lead her to success. She can't help that her friends suck. Okay. Or maybe her posts just aren't good. Sometimes the problem is you. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I don't want to hear anything until you've done that part and your girls have done that part. The more excited you are, the more excited they are, it attracts people to you. Everything is the law of attraction. If you're like, well, I really wanted these girls to sign it, so I told them how great the comp plan was, and I told them that they should sell this. No. People will decide that they want to sell it when they see how it lights you up, when they see the community that you get to be in, when they see that you're choosing to spend 6 hours at someone's house at a work meeting. When they see what it's doing for you, they're going to go, I need some of that in my life. And what is it? And say, it's the Park Lane community. One of the best things that Kathy Cassidy ever said to me was, if it's too good to be true, it's probably Park Lane. And it honestly, it's true over and over and over again, because usually if it's too good to be true, it is. And I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it's just not. I don't know. Erin and I are very analytical. She had this crazy list of questions. She wanted to know, there's no way this is possible. No, it is. My hostess this weekend, Kristen, she had a $3,000 party. When I told her how much she had in hostess credit, she only ended up owing, after taxes and everything, I think $125. And she's like, because she didn't want to use her half offs. She's like, how is it possible that they just paid you $1,000? They gave me $1,000 in jewelry. How is this? How do they make money? And I said, because the CEOs signed something agreeing to never take more than 2%. They don't need more than 2%. I learned last week that the owners of Park Lane could live for 900 years, 900 lifetimes, 9 lifetimes, something ridiculous on the interest alone on the 2%. They don't need more. So that's why they're constantly giving us stuff like this, the jewelry that I earned. They didn't wait for me to pay anything. I didn't have to pay shipping or tax on this. They just sent it out. I mean, when you pick the jewelry, then yes, obviously you do, but like they just sent it to you. So when I'm posting about it, I'm just so happy that my job is light. That's what I wanted. I wanted light. I don't want to talk about heavy things right now. I just want to be a source of fun. Like, look at my fun earrings. When your life is enhanced, other people want to be part of the enhancement and they don't care what's enhancing it. It doesn't matter what you're selling. If you are not enhanced because you are sad or your pictures look sad or you're so focused on reels or you're so focused, people are going to think, I don't want to be part of that job. I don't want to make reels. When you're making it look harder. So launches and parties, stop doing anything else except talking to your people. Allie has a script. In my opinion, it sounds too salesy. So change it a little bit, make it you. And then some of their scripts don't have a call to action, and that's a horrible mistake. So please change that. I hope you're listening right now. I just told you some of their scripts are bad. I can say that. That's my opinion. If the script does not end with something that requires a response, it is not a good script. And script sounds salesy, like, oh, she's telling us we should say these things. No, I'm helping you with wording if you don't have it on your own. If you have it on your own, you do you. That's fine. If you need help, use their script. It exists somewhere in boards, which is very convoluted also in my opinion. But when you find the script, make sure that it sounds like you, it has their name, and it ends with a question. So the initial one that says, hey, I fell in love with Park Lane. I'm having a party. I'd love to invite you. Be on the lookout for an invite. That is terrible. No, don't be on the lookout for shit, because then you can't tell when they've read the message if they're receptive or not. Instead, I changed mine to, do you want me to invite you so you get a notification, or do you want me to send you the link? This way they're responding, notification, link, or no response, in which case I'm back in there a couple days later like, hey, did you see my message? Does that make sense? Yes. I want to make sure you understand those scripts should be changed, because there should always be a call to action. And then you should have a piece of paper. Here's that, or a spreadsheet if you're like me. Here's every one of my friends. Here's the message that I sent them. Okay. These are the people who replied. All the blanks are the people who didn't reply. If you've worked with me before, you know this is my EOO system. It's the same thing. And if you have a strong start, people feed on each other's frenzy. Okay, so off my high horse about that. If you're launching, if you're relaunching, if your new girl is launching, her only job, other than making sure that her social media doesn't look like trash, obviously, only job is messaging everyone she's ever met in her entire life. If she doesn't get them in the group and get them to watch, it doesn't matter how much they love or hate jewelry. Parties are the same way. God bless you, Allison. That seemed very aggressive. My first eight parties, terrible, 0 sales, nothing. I didn't know what to do. And I assumed that this was the shoe dropping. This is the worst company in the world. I didn't know. I made a horrific mistake. Turns out the difference is I was trying to do my version of hostess coaching, which was none at all. Because with my previous company, I was able to just be amazing. And then people told their friends how amazing the stuff was. And then their friends wanted to have fun and they would show up. That doesn't work with an online jewelry party. It just doesn't. So instead, there is hostess coaching, which I hate. Other than packing and back orders, hostess coaching is the bane of my existence. I do not want to have to do it. I want something automated. I am here to tell you that the difference between $1,000 in sales and no sales is you getting your hostess on the phone and connecting with her for 10 minutes. That's it. If you can get her on the phone a week before the party and you explain what I'm saying to her, and you say, make sure, like, get to know her, and then you explain this to her, it becomes her responsibility. So here is what my typical conversation looks like. The first thing I say is, hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but remind me again how we know each other. Now, if you already know her, obviously don't ask that, but I need to know how to, like, well, I'm in your VIP group. Yeah, but how did you find me? And then and then what do you do? What do your girlfriends do? Tell me a little bit about yourself. We're going to be besties for the next week. So we bond for a second. And then I say, okay, here's the deal. I figured out why my parties were not doing well in the beginning. And part of it was, I was tweaking, but a big part of it was I was not telling my hostess what she had to do properly. And that's on me. So I'm fixing that. And now that I fixed it, I want to help us have a successful party. So we are a team. We're going to be best friends for the next week. But here's what I want you to know. If my hostesses in the previous parties, if my hostesses did all the things I told them to do, then they got their friends to watch, and then they got a big shopping spree. If my hostesses instead decided they were going to pick and choose what they were going to do and who they were going to invite, and they were super selective, they didn't have great parties. I am going to bring it on the day of your show. I'm going to post in your group. We're going to have great energy. I'm going to be commenting. But at the end of the day, this party will not be successful if you are not excited and getting your friends excited, and we don't get them to watch that live. So every day I'm going to send you a tip on what you can do and send. The more people you send it to, the bigger and better your party is going to be. We want to have a perfect 10 party, and a perfect 10 party is 10 orders. Doesn't matter how much you spend. They can get a $20 pair of earrings, and if they don't wear earrings, they can give them as a gift as a stocking stuffer, but they can support you with a $20 pair of earrings. 10 orders means you get $400 in free stuff, and that's a perfect 10 party, and I'd love to make you one of my perfect 10 hostesses. To have 10 orders, we need 30 people in your group, and to get 30 people in your group, you have to message 90, which sounds like a lot, like, oh, Maria, why are you telling me to message 90 people? That's so spammy. No, girl, you have hundreds of Facebook friends, and I'm telling you, you get to pick the top 90 that you want to message to invite to this super exclusive party where I'm going to talk about jewelry that's on trend. And they don't know that you're messaging 90 people. I'm just saying the bigger, the better. Size matters in this case. So every day I'm going to send you something, and then I'll check in with you. And then she's like, okay, I got it. That conversation opens the door every morning for me. And so every morning now from 9 to 10, what I do is I check my parties and I see where it's at. For the first couple of days, she's just getting her yeses. So I'm only messaging her. Hey, just checking in. How many yeses were you able to get for your party? How are you doing? Do you need help with anything? I was only able to get 3. No problem, girlfriend. Sometimes it takes messaging way more people. Make your goal to hit 10 today. Okay, no problem. Let me know when you hit 10. The demo is nothing. There's no energy in the demo. The carts are nothing. All of your work is in the hostess coaching, 150%. And I hated it. But now that I know, okay, I don't have to worry about what I'm going to show or lugging anything or mailing anything. And the carts are easy to do and they're fast now. Oh shit, my work was before the party and now it's party day and I didn't do my work. So knowing that in advance would have helped for those other parties, but I know now, and moving forward, I could tell my hostess that. It also kind of backwards says, if this party is shit, it's because of you. Sorry, not sorry. I'm going to show up at your house with jewelry. If your house is empty, no one's buying any jewelry. That's just happening. So keep that in mind. Poor Haley just qualified, and she was so excited to hit RRC1 because that's $1,000 in sales, not realizing you can only hit it the first 2 weeks of the month. And I wish that more people knew this in advance. So I'm just dropping this into here. RRC1 is a mindset. And that's what Allie said. It's specifically designed to help you have a strong start to the month. So they're like, we are going to give you $250 in jewelry if you close the first 2 weeks with $1,000 in sales, which is really just $500 a week for the first 2 weeks. But it doesn't work if you start in the beginning of the month and you're like, who wants to have a party next week? Because then you're already into week 2. And if those parties don't go well, or if you can't close them yet, then you don't have sales. So the 2 ways that you make this happen are, number 1, sparkle boxes. Sparkle boxes count towards that number. So if you have subscribers, then you're going to have that amount. So if you don't have your own sparkle box, then you need to get it. That's a need, in my opinion. It's a business expense. And you want to go live opening it, and you want people to watch and be excited because they want to be part of the exclusive opening, right? So I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you ordered it like I told you to, then you all have it by today. So I'm going to open mine, and I hope you're wearing yours. And do it in a Zoom if you want. Do whatever you want, but make it fun. So that's one way. Another way, and I never want to encourage you to hold your parties back, because if you hold your party back, let's say you have a party the last week of the month and you hold it back so that you can close it the first week, that is the opposite of an attitude of abundance. That's like you saying, I know I'm not going to have these sales, so I'm going to hold on to these so tightly and then submit it strategically. But instead, if you said, I know that the sales will flow to me, I just have to make sure that I plan for it. I'm going to submit these the last week of the month, and I'm going to close out my month strong, and I'm going to enter all my incentives, and then already have parties booked for that first week. That's the best way to do it. So the last week of the month, the last 2 weeks. So right now, what you should be doing, if you don't have a party for next week and you're trying to qualify or whatever, is getting a party for next week. There's absolutely still time. But if not, you absolutely should be getting parties for that first week of the month, because then you can, I would suggest at least 2. You can see how they're going to do, and you still have a whole nother week to add your outside orders, to talk about the style drops. But if you wait to book it, all that hostess coaching that I told you was super important that you would be doing the last week of August, it now doesn't matter. So you want to book your first week of September parties now, so that next week you can hostess coach them. You want to make sure that before the first of the month comes, your hostesses are ready, so that first week is strong and the second week is just like catching whatever's left over. I don't know if you guys saw it. So 2 days ago, they dropped an impression bracelet that lasted for like 17 seconds. And then they had, and then there's this necklace, right? This is the Monte Carlo necklace. I don't know when they're going to release this, but it's strategic. Everything Park Lane does is very strategic. They're going to eventually release this necklace. So what I'm going to do is take pictures in the necklace. This way, if people start to ask, what necklace is that? How can we get it? I can say it was a stylist exclusive. If and when it becomes available for customers, let me know if you want to go on the pre-order list. So if you don't have the jewelry, you can take a picture of it or a picture of me and make sure that, or someone in it, the beautiful Monte Carlo picture of that girl, just say these pieces are stylist exclusives only, but a little birdie told me that they might drop them in the next couple months. And usually they will last for a matter of hours. If you want to be on the pre-order list, let me know if you want earrings, necklace, or ring, or whatever it is, bracelet, whatever it is. This way you have a post to come back to when something like that impression bracelet only lasted for an hour. I didn't even have time to advertise it because it dropped in May and so many people didn't get it, and stylists knew who didn't get it. So as soon as it dropped, they messaged those people and said that bracelet came back. It sold out in hours. We just weren't around for it. So that will continue to happen. All of the girls who were like, I really wanted those stormy story earrings. I really wanted the, whatever the bluebell thing was. The girls who want the hearts now. Make sure in your VIP group, you're saying who didn't get this and who is so sad they didn't get it. If it ever comes back, you'll be the first to know. So you have pre-order lists running for those things. You should be offering an incentive in your VIP groups for literally every single person every time they comment. There should be an interaction giveaway each month. If you buy impression earrings at half off, they're going to cost you what, $14, and then you get your commission back. So these earrings are costing you less than $10. But if you constantly let your people in your VIP group know, and if you groom them, every comment that you make on every post is an entry. You can pull your group statistics and it tells you how many times somebody commented. So you don't even have to do the work at the end of the month. Or you can say the top 3 people will get entered into a draw, whatever you want to say. But either way, you want to groom your people now, so that even if they're not buying, they are blowing up your group constantly. And I go in my VIP group and I was like, guys, I need some love on my post. I'll enter you into the next raffle if you comment on it. I think right now I have them posting pictures of their jewelry in a Sparkle group, in my VIP group, on my personal page, in the locked account, on my personal page, in my unlocked account, and in whatever party that applied. 5 places. I'm like, you got jewelry, post it, and enter them into a raffle. Someone will see it and they'll see other people buying it and opening it and enjoying it, and then it will sell itself. So you should be doing an interaction giveaway. We're building your business. Remember, it takes a year usually to build a business. This is how we're going to build it. And we build it with momentum. One order here, one conversation there, that you're not going to build the momentum you need. Another thing that I love about Park Lane, there's no rush. So if you're watching this and you joined 6 weeks ago and you haven't done DIC, it doesn't matter. Want to know why? Because they don't rush you to do anything. Your clock doesn't start for Park Lane until you have a sale. And in the beginning, if you listen to us, you never get sales that are not attached to a party, because then those sales don't count till the party closes. For example, let's say you join and you're like, oh my God, I love those earrings. I need them, or my mom wants to support me. She bought earrings. If she goes on your site and waiting room. Oh, okay. I just got to admit someone to a waiting room for the first time. That's never happened. Hey, Tracy. Let's say your mom wants to support you. She's like, okay, I bought those studs. You'll see in your dashboard, it shows you every single order. Please get in the habit of checking that once a day, because if it says note next to it, it means it's attached to a party. If it says PDF next to it, it means that it's not. You want to immediately attach that to a party, because then it doesn't count for you. It will only count once the party closes. How do I attach it to a party, Maria? cs@parklanejewelry.com. I literally email them every single day with something that I messed up. right? Like, yeah, Jasmine is agreeing. I emailed them. I was like, hey, this Sparkle Box came in. Can you attach this party? And it's not this long drawn out thing. They don't need that. Please attach this Sparkle Box number to this party number. Thank you, Maria Rivero. And they respond back, got it, attached. And then I see it go in. Please attach this order to this party. Thank you. The only thing they can't do is move something from one party to another, but something that isn't attached and it's just kind of floating out there, you want it attached to a party and you get paid once the party closes. The logic behind having to attach it to a party quickly is because we end our week Wednesday at midnight. If it's not attached to something, you're going to get paid on that. Once you're paid, your clock starts and you have 5 weeks to earn a bunch of those incentives. So if you're new and you joined 6 weeks ago and you're like, well, it's already been 6 weeks. Nope, hasn't even been one day. You're basically, that's just the day that you decided that you were in love with Park Lane, but not necessarily that you had time for Park Lane. Now, do I advertise this to my new people? No, because I don't want them to just be like, well, I'll just start when I want to start. So it's not something I tell them because a strong, fast start is they're going to be more successful. But for my girls who started and then I didn't hear from them for weeks, you better believe I'm like, all right, let me know when you get a second wind and you get room to breathe, and then we're going to get you started. So make sure that everything is attached to a party, including Sparkle Boxes. I have a 10 order party right now. So I get $400 in jewelry. Okay, Tracy, I'm admitting you again. I get $400 in jewelry because of 10 Sparkle Boxes. Now, I don't get it until there's $300 in sales. So I'm going to wait and put some orders in there from outside orders. But that also is a good reminder that in your VIP group, you should always have an open party. Always, 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 always. So you have the party that you have rolling, right? So I have Amelia as a hostess and Janina as a hostess and Erin as a hostess. Those are my hostesses. Then I have an open party in my name. And I like to name it something special. This way I know what the heck it was. So Maria Rivero August open party. And you can put that right in the hostess name. Yes, it's likely going to save me as a different customer. I don't care. That's fine. Maria Rivero August open party. That, and then in my VIP group in the description, in all of my posts that are any kind of advertisement, my Sparkle Boxes, everything that whole month is that link. The only time that link changes is if I get my 10 orders, then I close that link and I make a new one. That's the only time. And you don't even have to do that. You can run it up to 20 orders, because before I was like, I want the $200 item for 30. But now at this point, I have so many of those, I don't want to spend the 30 anymore. So you should always have an open link that you can give people. Oh, what's your link? Here you go. What's your link? Here you go. And each party has its own Sparkle Box link. So, and I don't know why in the posts in the group, I need to make a note. So group posts Sparkle Box. Why in their party posts, those lead up posts, in SendShare, how it tells us what to post on each day, why there isn't one that advertises Sparkle Box, I don't know, but there should be one, because your hostess can get credit if somebody signs up for Sparkle Box. So when you have a customer, if she places $300 order and you're like, obviously you like jewelry, do you want to gift yourself something at the beginning of every month? Because we have a Sparkle Box, it's actually really inexpensive and it'll count as a second order for your hostess. Oh yeah, sure, sign me up for that. You send her the link. So now a 5-person party can turn into 10 orders for your hostess. So you want to make sure that that image, I don't know if it's, I'm sure it's somewhere, but it's not in the hostess coaching right now. And it's not, whatever, I'm telling you, that's what matters.
Maria, can I just say something real quick? So you don't get paid on your party until you close it, but all of that jewelry goes out like right away. So your clients aren't going to be waiting until you close this thing at the end of the month. Like, just in case anybody wasn't sure about how that works, like they get their stuff right away. You just don't get paid on it till you close the party. And then the other thing I was going to say is what's really helped me is sort of like staying in hostess mindset. When I was a Park Lane hostess only before I was a stylist, I was a slave to that number 10. Like, I'm getting my $400. I'm going to be a perfect 10 every time, no matter what. Like, give me a goal, I'm going to hit it. So keeping that in mind, having, so my first hostess, her party closes tonight because it's Wednesday. And she came into the live event with 4 wish lists already, like on paper, handed them to me. Because I had told her like how important it is to, be working for her party on the side. She went to work with the lookbook and did all those things. So trying not to rely on the sale from the live, but like building up your wish list prior to, and then you can almost like use those as a jumping off point. Like, oh my gosh, did you see what so-and-so put together? This is her style card. And just post the link. Or if you want the same thing, you can just get the same doggone thing. Cause some people have like, I don't know what goes together. I don't know how to put it together kind of a thing. But
Erin,
also, yeah, just coming into the live with some wish lists already in hand, or even some orders already in hand, really helps the situation. It helps your hostess feel like she's already winning before the live has even happened. So that was it. Just those two things. And I have memory issues, so I needed to say them before they disappeared.
no, I love that. And letting your hostess know she can get orders ahead of time. I think Tracy did that. She had her hostess collect orders or something like that. And Erin called me yesterday. She's like, hey, I have a girl here. She took a picture of your arm party. Can you tell me what's in it? That's what she wants. And so sometimes it is the visual. And that's what happened to me. That arm party, not that one, but one of the arm parties with the Radley, it was because I saw Allie post it. I took a screenshot and said, I must recreate this, but I didn't have two of the embraceables. So I recreated it with the Reed. And then I posted and people were like, I need that arm party. So it's just about posting those things and saying, if you love this look, let me know. And I have a pre-made cart here for it, or I can make you a cart for it. The two last things that I'm going to share with you for today. And I realize it's a lot of information. I'm speaking really quickly, but I know that we've been on for a while, and I want you to have this information because I feel like I wish that I had some of it in the beginning. So the last two things are the way that I built my business in my previous company and the way that I built it here. And I consider myself successful already. So to me, I did well. My son said to me yesterday, Mommy, it seems like you're really doing well with the jewelry. And I said, thanks, baby. And he's like, it feels like you've been with them for a while. And I said, that is such a compliment. Thank you. And he didn't know anything about my previous company. So it was just, it brought me joy. But I attribute the success to the way that I started, and the way that I started then is similar to how I started now. I challenged myself to do 30 parties in 30 days. Here, I knew I couldn't do 30 parties in 30 days because I'm only partying on Thursdays. So I told myself I wanted 40 parties on the books in 90 days. And I didn't stop. I did basically a booking blitz for myself. And I wanted hostesses, but I didn't ask them to be hostesses to make money. I said, I need to fail fast. I need experience. I need to do this demo and see what works. I need to understand what I don't know yet. And I can't do that unless I can practice on people that I know and love and trust that will give me grace to mess up and to be me. Can you please be a test dummy hostess for me? If it goes great, then great. If it doesn't, then no problem. So my first hostesses, all of their friends sucked because, and they knew their friends were going to suck. They're people who would never have had a party, but they went through the motions. They taught me what I had to do. And then I still rewarded them. Like I explained in the previous, in our previous call with Allie, I still said, you know what, you worked your butt off. And I did what I could to help them reach the 300. I posted in my group. And then I said, I can give you $100 in jewelry for another 20. So between their two $30 items and then $180 in jewelry, they were rewarded for helping me. And then other people see that in my VIP group, like, oh, okay, it's not daunting to have a party. But having that challenge for myself, instead of saying, oh, well, I have a party at the end of September, that means nothing. I'm so sorry, but it does. And here's why. It's like a safety net. Oh, well, I have a party on the books. It's a jewelry company, and your job is to do a 30-minute presentation. You could literally book a party and have it tomorrow. Would the hostess coaching be done? No. But because there's no work, there doesn't need to be 2 weeks to get your friends to your house. You don't need any of that. Like, I think today is Park Lane's actual birthday. So I was thinking of having a birthday party tonight, going and getting a couple of balloons, putting them behind me and saying, hey, I didn't realize today's the actual birthday. Who wants to jump on? And I'll show you the new stuff that I just got. P.S. There's a free gift, and people will jump on. So the way that you have a fast start is by saying, I'm going to go balls to the wall. I'm going to get as many parties lined up as I can. And then I'm going to treat them well, right? And I spaced mine out. I did 3 a week every Thursday, and it took 3 failed weeks of me calling Allie almost in tears. Like, I can't do this. I'm a fraud. I recruited all these people, and now I don't even know how to sell at a party. It took 3 weeks of figuring it out. And then by the 4th week, now my parties are rolling. So my hostesses that are coming up, they're going to get the great version of me. But if I didn't have all of these bookings, it wouldn't happen. And I have the bookings because I asked someone to help me. I didn't ask them to help me sell jewelry. I asked them to help me learn. So Remember, people do things for a variety of reasons. Free jewelry, you know, one of them, having fun is another, but helping someone is a big deal. People will book a party at someone's house because they know it will help their friend. If I was at a party with Amy, I was doing a Pampered Chef party and she's like, hey, I get that spatula set that I really, really want, because she's a pastry chef. If she said, I get that spatula set that I really, really want, if someone books a party, will you do it for me? I'd be like, all right, I'm doing a party for you, because I want to help her, not because I care about spatulas or because I care about Pampered Chef. So if I said, Amy, I really like, my friend Janina doesn't wear jewelry. She doesn't like jewelry. I messaged her. I was like, I really, really need you to do a party for me, please. Like, I don't care if it sucks. I need to see what it's like to love the jewelry. I need to know. And she's like, I don't know if I can get people to my house. I was like, I really believe that you can. And I don't care if it's only 5 people. She's like, all right, I'll do it. It's to help someone, but it was that vulnerable conversation. So, and then the last thing is your VIP group. Some of you were like, I can't get people in my VIP group. I can't get interaction in my VIP group. Here's a couple of things. Some of them are going to be hard truths. Your profile picture may not be cute. If I go to your page right now and your profile picture, I can't see your face. See this? There's a difference between this and me standing by a tree 17 feet away. Also, in your profile picture, whose profile is it? It's yours. It's not yours and your husband's. It's not yours and your kids. It's your profile. I know you love your kids. I know that you love your dog. I know that you love all of the things that you love, but quickly and in this much space, I need to know who you are, because I'm going to judge who you are. And that's going to determine if I want to do business with you. And if who you are is someone that has political stuff all over their thing, that's just not going to work. I'm not going to want to do business with you. You want it to be clean, crisp, clear, and close. Oh, clean. Can we make that a thing? Is that a bunch of C's? Clean, crisp, clear, and close. I wrote CCCC. I'll never remember what that is. The point is I changed mine as well. I don't prefer a selfie, but all of mine are selfies because that's all that I had. Up close, clear, and clean. Your cover photo, if you want that to show your personality, then go for it. I think Amy's is the Lightning because or it's Rays Stadium because she loves the Rays. Aaron's is probably something Slytherin. If you want it to be your family, then it can be your is it really? Oh my God, look at me knowing her. Okay, obviously. So if you want it to be your family, have it be your family, but your profile picture is you. That's number one. Number two, your Park Lane website should not be the first thing that I see and the only thing that I see on there. If there's no other information and it's just myparklane.com/Maria Rivero, I know immediately that you created this just so you could sell something to me. Mine says badass boy mom. And I love to brighten people's lives. And then it has a link. This way there's at least something. I don't even prefer for there to be a link, but now that I realize how much people want to impulsively shop, I'll put a link in there. Honestly, if you want a link, put the link to your VIP group. But either way, that 2 things, cover photo, profile picture. And then here is the key. So in your VIP group, and if you want to pay Erin, she accepts impression earrings. So Erin is willing for our team to create you a cover photo and a meet your stylist photo. She did it for me, Heather, Erin, BJ, Amelia, and herself and Jasmine. So if you want her to do that, she'll do it for impression earrings or something. I don't know, anything. You want your VIP photo thing? Oh, look, Jasmine, get closer. So that's her get to know your stylist. It's a picture of Jasmine. It has all of her, you have one of these, just look in your own group. It has the jewelry that she likes. It has something personal, and Erin has a little intake form that says, if you want me to create this for you, here's the information I need. Favorite drink, favorite quote, favorite piece of jewelry, favorite hobby. And you can look at mine. It might be somewhere. I don't know. I probably lost it. The point is you want your cover photo to be clean, and it also has your Park Lane website on it. This is in your VIP group, not on your personal page. And then you want to meet your stylist. Like, here's some things that humanize me, but here's how you get people in your VIP group. On your personal page, you make a post of you, not with any of your marketing information. I just posted a picture of Amelia and it was just her playing with the jewelry. Go to BJ's page. I did it for BJ as well. As soon as you pull up their Facebook, it's a picture of them happy. And it says, I don't know, what was the wording that I used on yours? Go into your Facebook. It wasn't a lot. I just meant there was, yeah, well, like I am verbose. Just copy the wording I used on hers. Click right here. You don't know how to use Facebook at all. What am I going to do with you? It's lucky that I love you and you're cute. It says, I did a thing. Oh, here. Look, I'll just show you guys. I could have just done a screen share. Look at me being not techie. So see the picture of her playing with the jewelry? And it says, I did a thing, exclamation point. I started my own fashion consulting company and I would love your support. I created a group just for my peeps. If you can see, I thought that was you. That's why I said it. Is that right? Okay. I created a group just for my peeps. If you can see this, then that's you. I hope you think of me for your fashion needs. And I named her group. We named it Edgy Elegance and Hippie Chic with Amelia. And if you're like, oh, that's a cool name, how'd you get it? I went to Chat GPT and I typed in, I'm a hippie and I have a jewelry group and I need a name, and it gave me that name. And then I said, please join this group to support me. And people are clicking, and then comment below when you do so I can thank you. This way they have accountability. So like 20 people requested to join. I said, don't let anybody in because we haven't put stuff in your group yet. And that's what you need. Also, make sure your page isn't always Park Lane. I never, not once on my Facebook, have you guys seen me post that there's a sale with Park Lane. Look at you look at my Facebook. Have you seen me post spend 68 and then you get this? And that is what your group is for. If your profile has that, no one will want to do business with you. None, zero. That's not where somebody goes. Your profile is how they get to know you, and they want to know who you are as a person. Who you are as a person is someone who looks cute in jewelry. So make sure that when you're out and about, you're posing in the jewelry. Make sure that you talk about how happy you are. Take a screenshot of this and say, love my sisterhood time, blah, 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 on your page. When you want people to know about deals, you post it in your VIP group along with other stuff, or you send it in the DMs. You don't do it on your page. You post pictures of the jewelry that's on sale. Sure. Be like, I'm obsessed with this. I'm so happy that I got it before it's gone. Let me know if you want deets. You could do that. But if you start talking money and numbers, and if you put a link, that will never, ever, ever move over into anything. Okay. So I said it was only gonna be a minute. It was 42. Do you guys have any questions for me? I love you guys though. And
can I share some things?
Oh, please do. If anyone has anything to share, also, that's what I mean. This is the time.
Okay. So back to when she was mentioning hostess coaching and doing the hostess coaching. Not only is the verbiage, if you haven't been to the hostess coaching folder, because again, you guys are launching, you haven't hostess coached, but in the hostess coaching folder, what I like about it most is it's not just verbiage to send to the hostess. It literally gives you the goal of what you're supposed, or why you're supposed to be sending it. So it'll literally say, if the group has reached 20 people, here's the words you're sending her. If it hasn't, here is the words you're sending her, which I like, because it's not like Maria was rattling off the numbers. And I don't know if anybody was like, well, how am I supposed to remember what the goal is, or how many they're supposed to have, or how often? It's literally in there. It's not just, here's words. It's like, you're sending this because it's gotten to 20 people.
Where's that?
Hostess coaching folder.
So many.
In each day of the week, like it'll say a week before, day 1, day 2, day 3, day of the live.
Hey, E-Money, can you maybe on the next one of these, can we carve out some time for Erin to share her screen and do some boards navigating?
Here, I'll show you.
I know because I have the app. I go on the site. I can find none of the things. I can't even find Park Lane stuff.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
So here's the Treasure Tribe board. And the reason I said where was that is because my parties had never gotten good enough where I could be in that section. But here is what Erin's talking about. When you go into hostess coaching, it literally tells you everything that you need to do. So here's some info for you, a hostess coaching checklist. And then here's some tips and then some videos. But 1 week before, it says, here's what you have to do. It tells you the text to send the hostess, and it tells you the text that you're sending the hostess that she's sending to her friends. Once you get to the day where the group opens up, here's day 1. Here's your focus. Here's what you're sending to the hostess. Here's what the host is sending to her friends. What Erin is talking about is once the group is opened, there should be people in it. But if there aren't people in it, or maybe it's day 3.
Tag that number 2, I think, right there. Go down. Right there. I think that's one of them. If the group is at 20, have her do this. If
the group has not grown significantly, have her peek at the people and see who she would like to reach out to. If the group is at 13 to 15, have her do this. Hey, blah, blah, blah. And it tells you, I also didn't realize that these images were not part of the images you're supposed to be posting in the group. I thought, oh, well, I already went through and scheduled everything else to get posted in the group. No, these are manual posts. So what I started doing is with the how do you know the hostess post, that's what I put up when I do the welcome post because it tags everyone that's in the group. So
I did the same thing.
and if you're on a computer, it lets you copy this. So all you do is click share and it's copied to the keyboard. And for those of you that don't know, when you then go to something like, you know, Facebook, if you wanted to make a post, all you have to do is click paste and it pastes it in there. You don't have to download it to your computer. It's just a copy and paste, whatever the image is. So you would go into the group and then you could, here, let me show. If you don't know how to do a welcome post, here's how you do a welcome post. Whose party do I have right now? Whatever, it doesn't, I will go into my happy place. So in my happy place group, when you click on members, it'll tell you if you have new members this week. I might not have any. I have 19. If I click write welcome post, it automatically tags them. So I would say whatever the verbiage it says I'm supposed to say about how do you know the hostess, and then so how do you know blah, 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 right? And then down here, I just click paste and it pastes in that image and then it's done. And then I go back up to boards. I'm like, okay, well, what else am I supposed to do? Oh, welcome. Here's the deeds. Read through this post. It tells you what you're focusing on that day, what your host is focusing on that day, and then gives you extra tips. The day before the live, it does the exact same thing. And I'm like, oh my God, why are there so many things? Because you're messaging every single person in the party. This is how I got put in Facebook jail because that's my account is flagged. So I changed this to, if you message me the answer to this question, then I enter you into the raffle. But focus on you. Like it says, check your messenger. If you reply, I'll enter you into the drawing, and it's all the same drawing. And then it tells, so that's boards. Did that answer? Is that, Jasmine, is that good? To me, some things are hidden, like this is hostess coaching, but it doesn't tell you what to post in the actual event. No, for that, you have to go into online party script. These are the things that actually go inside of your event. So Amy, if she wants to do a Barbie themed party, wasn't there a Barbie one in here? Yeah, Barbie themed party. Here you go. Here's the cover photo for it, and it's already done. Here's how to get engagement. Here are some style posts. Here's a countdown to the perfect 10 and some thank yous. Like I just go with whatever the current script is because that means it's all the current jewelry and it's on trend. And remember, there's 4 days of posting before the party, but then there's after stuff. Like I love the day after. It says day after post 1. And this one says, checking your pulse, tell me what number you are. And your hostess can tag her people and you can add everyone once a day. And the next day, it's okay, the party is closing. This is your last call. All good things must come to an end. And then there's another beautiful picture of bracelets that you're putting in their head. And it gives you the wording, hey, queens, almost last call to support our hostess. Don't be caught without your jewels. It tells you what to do. It's literally brainless. Stop using your brain and use this brain. It's just hard to find where all of the brains are, in which case jump in our sisterhood chat, jump in the Sparklers chat and be like, hey, does anyone know where this is? Because inevitably someone knows. It's not me for sure, but someone knows where it is. Anything else?
Yes.
All right.
No, I just made like notes. I wrote down all your C's, by the way, so you can have them for later. When you wrote down 4 C's and no words, I wrote them down.
And I texted you the words.
Yeah, we got
We're
you.
on.
Okay, we know how to, you know, take the notes when we're in a meeting with you. We know to do things. Okay, she was talking about your profile and branding. I love talking about branding. It's my favorite thing of life. There is a reason she guessed what my cover photo was. It is literally me and my friends in front of the Hogwarts castle in my green shirt. Okay, so like branding is super. Oh, yeah, that's me. Ba-bam! And there's my new photo I uploaded.
Close,
Jewelry.
clear, something, nothing political.
There's my, okay, go to my bio up there, go scroll up.
Look, interest in sync, super relatable, leader, wife, cat, mom, Steeler fan, Leo, and then Linktree. I love this.
So my Linktree has my Park Lane stuff in it, but like she said, you don't just want to have like Park Lane website and be whatever. So my Linktree is everything. It has my Park Lane, browse the catalog, party links, whatever I want. I literally haven't added anything as my job yet because I just uploaded my photo like yesterday. So I'm Park Laning my profile.
I was gonna say you can have 2 jobs because you're isn't your level in Park Lane higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's considerably higher. Aren't you like your senior level, which you're the
Yeah.
only other person senior level. So put those in here. And then let me show them what you made for BJ.
Yeah.
Betty Jean. So I took this picture, which was just a picture in jewelry, right? And then this was BJ's post. And it was just like I love in life and you should join. I even made this. And this is in boards. Join my VIP group. There's a whole section of photos and it just says, here's the group. I create a group for very important people in my life. And if you can see that that's you, please join, say hello, keep in touch. I love you all. Either way, comment below. I need to start my Facebook algorithm back up. And 57 people helped her create her Facebook algorithm. When you go inside of her actual group, Erin created this. This is the cover photo and she makes it with your information and the pieces of jewelry that are your favorite. And then you invited me to join. I'm not in the group. Huh? Oh, I'm in my new Facebook. And then where's the stylist one? Erin made this. This is what she makes. Get to know your stylist. Favorite things, favorite quote, must have jewelry. This is something she can post because when you go into hostess am I still sharing? Yeah. When you go into hostess coaching and boards, one of the very first things for your script, it says like on day 1, you're supposed to post about you. So here's the script, day 1. Hey, this is it. Hey, I'm Name. Thank you so much for joining Hostess's event. 2 truths and a lie. Well, obviously these people are not you. It's because you want to post pictures about you. So now you can use this wording and then you have your own image. This way you're relatable. So it's just clean and succinct. Anyway, go ahead. That's all branded together.
Yeah. So people, based on what I post on my public profile and also based on what I post on my stories, people know certain things about me. It's also what my bio was, like Leo, cat mom, whatever, Slytherin. And they know I like the color purple, so I keep my branding colors pretty consistent. But just think about 2 to 3 things that you are into. Like Maria said, badass boy mom. It could be something as simple as boy mom. It doesn't have to be this, oh, I don't know what my interests are. I don't know, whatever. Just pick 2 or 3 things you love and make that the things you post about. I also don't let my story lapse typically. It typically has, I think I posted something about Leo last night. So I follow groups about Leos and I post something about being a Leo pretty much every single day, or words of affirmation, stuff like that, because then you're always in people's faces. That your story is always the top of their thing for them to click. So branding, super great. Closed mouth is a closed business. So she was right about saying like, you don't want to be word vomiting the sales all the time on your public profile. You don't even want to be word vomiting your sales in your VIP group. Your VIP group should be something that's fun for you and fun for your clients. I just do funny this or that questions. You could post something as simple as, are you a gold or a silver girl? It doesn't have to be, are you a gold or a silver girl? Here's my current party link. Do you like bracelets or necklaces? Here's my current party link. Just ask them questions, like get to know them, just make it fun in there. I also share fun facts about famous women inventors, things like that, because I find it good that we should know all of the things that women do, contributions. So that's one of my posts that goes up weekly. So just make your group interesting, and the schedule features like a godsend. All my stuff is scheduled months in advance. So on Facebook, on your phone, you can schedule 4 weeks in advance. On your computer, you can schedule, I think, 8 weeks. So don't feel like you have to spend every day scheduling posts or posting things. If you just take 20 minutes one day, you can schedule for 4 weeks. So just stay in front of people. So they stories, posts, whatever. And then you also don't have to be actively doing anything because you've scheduled all your posts. So
if you want to see how your profile looks, you can also do that view as. So I changed mine because I thought that Erin's looked cool and clean. So I did badass boy mom, Taurus, Christmas obsessed, tips and products help everyone live a happier life. But it took me 10 seconds to do that.
Yeah.
Anything else? Just a tip, just see how it feels. We are meeting at my house once every 2 weeks. And if you're like, oh, I'm not local, come down. And if you are not local enough to come down, then we Zoom for at least an hour of that. So you can still be part of it. Guys, there's so much Zooming on this team. There's so much training. It's a lot. It really, really is. And I'm not saying mine is more important because it's not. Theirs is high level, but it's high level sales. And I appreciate that. It's to motivate you to sell. You're going to get that here, but you're going to get it in a smaller environment. So when you see Allie post a video, when you see me post a training, my suggestion is watch it, because Allie and I clearly directly benefit from the success of the team. So we're analyzing the team. Well, not me. I haven't done shit. Allie has done plenty, and she knows what the team needs. And those of you who are on are the people who we're going to give our time and attention to. So I love you. And what do we have coming up? So today is the end of the 4th week. We have one more week this month. If you want to get entered into Valentino, then make sure that you qualify by the end of this month. If you want to get entered into Gucci, then make sure that you promote or you help someone promote. And if you want the Monte Carlo stuff, then look up how you can get that. Anything I'm missing, Erin, Jasmine?
I was just gonna say, Jasmine and I had to talk about this, and she's like, I feel like I don't know when all the things are, all the calls are. I get really confused and overwhelmed. So kind of what Maria just said, pick the things you want to put your time into and screw the rest. Like, you don't need to, it's great information, but everything is recorded. I have figured out everything is recorded. Tish posted, Allie posted, whoever posts it. This is the call that I told Jasmine. I was like, this is the one where we're going to be in a smaller setting where it's just us and we have Allie to ourselves to ask the questions. It's not a huge team thing. So like, if this is the only call you put on your calendar, that's why I asked for the link. I'm like, I think this is one of the ones that it doesn't change every week, but I'm not sure. Save the link in a note in your calendar reminder and make this the call you focus on. If you don't attend a coffee talk, if you don't attend a power hour, all the other stuff they do this one, and then add one thing at a time, because you don't, overwhelming yourself is very easy because there's a lot of good resources, blessing and a curse. Make this the one you concentrate on because you're going to get your questions answered.
I had a thought. It doesn't matter. I agree with Erin. If I didn't even know that there was coffee talks until Allie mentioned it earlier today. I was like, what's a coffee? I have FOMO. I want to be on everything, but I can't work my business if I'm also on these things. And she's like, it's really so you can get a little bit of like the good feeling. And so you can get some tips. It's for people who like I love body doubling with Erin. When Erin is available or Jasmine is available, I'm like, let's jump in a Zoom room for 2 hours and you work on your stuff, I'll work on mine. And I love the way that feels. So they have something every day. The most beneficial thing, other than this, is Mondays with Tish. Tish spends a lot of money bringing in speakers. If you still haven't listened to that Janet recording from weeks ago, I mean, this woman is doing like $50,000 a month in jewelry, and I would not have expected that because I'm judgy. So if you like, I would watch. She clearly knows what's working. And if all you're trying to do is make an extra $1,000 a month, it's very easy to do that here, but it's only easy to do if you're working your business. And remember, there's a difference between being busy and being productive. Income producing activities are things that you do that will directly make you money. I'm about to order business cards. That is not going to directly make me money. It did not need to happen right now. So I put it off to today because I had to do my income producing stuff first. And calls are not income producing. Trainings are not income producing. Will bettering myself and my business eventually lead to income? Absolutely. But right now, if you don't have any parties, if you aren't hostess coaching, get off those damn calls. I don't even know what you're thinking. So be on this one, be on the Monday one. And then if you want to jump into a Thursday coffee talk or a Saturday, whatever, I haven't even joined one. Tomorrow's my first one. It was because I was asked to talk about how my parties all failed. I literally was asked to talk about how all my parties failed. So I'm going to spend 5 minutes telling everybody how I failed. That's the reason I know that there's a talk tomorrow. Aside from that, I'm not, because I have tunnel vision, laser focused. I will leave you with this. Since this was an hour, might as well round it out. My best friend in the whole world lives in New Jersey. She called me, other than my sister. Obviously, my sister is my everything. But my best friend, who's not blood related, called me very overwhelmed, like panic attacks every single day. And I am going to give you guys a tip that I gave to her that I don't know who gave it to me, and it doesn't matter. There is nothing that will happen in your life that is time sensitive. Almost nothing is time sensitive. Nothing is emergent. If you were on fire, you would know that you're on fire and you would go put your fire out. If someone else is on fire, calling you to put it out will not put the fire out. It won't. But we allow people and things to hijack our time and our mind. If you can get used to focusing your time, energy, and attention in spurts, then you will be way more productive and you will start to notice what's sucking your time and energy. So what I told her was, and I started this 2 days ago, my sister came over on Sunday with Amy and I was like, I don't know what to do. I have so many things to do. And Elena essentially started me on this schedule and I'm going to share it with you and feel free to take it if you want. When I wake up in the morning, not negotiable, I meditate for 10 minutes. I do a guided meditation. I listen to someone remind me how grateful I need to be. And I'm very blessed. It would change my life. Then I do yoga because my body is failing me. After I shower and get ready, from 9 to noon, my phone is on do not disturb. I don't answer messages in a chat. I do nothing except whatever important income producing thing I had to do was the thing I don't want to do. So hostess coaching has to go in there. Grocery shopping and meal planning for the boys has to go in there because inevitably I make it to 5 o'clock and I realize I can't call my hostess because I'm around the kids and I want to be present and I have no food to feed them because I didn't go to a grocery store. Selling these Bucks tickets that are the bane of my existence. All of that stuff that has to get done or it's going to weigh on me goes from 9 to noon. My phone is on do not disturb. My computer notifications are turned off because every time I see the little notification, every time my phone buzzes, it takes over 10 minutes for your mind to get back into laser focus. So 9 to noon, nothing comes in and nothing needs to come in. If my kid's school calls because my son needs me, they call more than once. And any double call bypasses your do not disturb. And tell your friends and family that. If it's an emergency, call twice. It'll be just like a regular call. Then at noon, I take a break. I check my phone. I scroll TikTok. Not really. I don't have TikTok, but you know what I mean? I do my things. I message Amy. I do whatever it is I want. Then at 1 o'clock, I'm allowed to be creative. From 1 to 4 is my creative time. Yesterday, I wanted to do a little photo shoot. So I did that. I wanted to organize my jewelry. So I did that. Not income producing at all. I was not allowed to do that till I did my 9 to noon shit. And if my 9 to noon shit didn't get done, it went in the afternoon. But I have a fun, creative, what do I want to do today? Oh, I want to place my hostess order. I have my fun part of the day. Also, that's when I return my Facebook messages. When one of you guys messaged me yesterday, I think maybe it was Lindsay, and she said, hey, do you have a couple minutes so I can chat? And I said, I'm available tomorrow at 2 o'clock. This was yesterday at like 5:30. It seems like ridiculous for me to tell her she needs to wait, but it's boundaries. I can return calls from 1 to 4 p.m. every day. I will return Facebook messages 1 to 4 p.m. The only thing that would be time sensitive is if someone sends you a cart and it has something expiring. But remember, from 12 to 1, you're popping in your messenger so you could reply. And from then 4 o'clock, we're done with our creativity. From 4 to 5, what do? This doesn't work if you have a full-time job. Obviously, I'm just sharing with you my schedule. From 4 to 5, it's my catch-all. Okay, I'm about to close my business for the day. As in, I'm about to close my public business for the day. My proverbial doors are closing, even though I know I have an online store, right? They're closing. No one will be able to reach me. So what do I need to do? Okay, there's an email I have to respond to. 3 text messages. 2 team members need me. Then my boys come at 5 o'clock, and I am fully present from 5 to 8:30. And then at 8:30, if I choose to do something, I can, but otherwise I'm doing something for me. Girls' night, dinner. I watched Twilight the other night because I was triggered and that made me feel better. But do you see how making yourself available at any time, because a hostess wants to book a party and this person wants this sale and then this card and I need to jump in the chat and the sisterhood thinks that this and I need to learn about this sale, all of those things, that chaos, that won't create a business that's sustainable. So that is also my nice way of saying, if you need me, you can reach me between 1 and 4 p.m. almost any day, and I will reply. And if I don't ever reply, all you have to do is say bump. It'll bump your message to the top. It'll bump your text to the top, and I never get offended. I actually appreciate when you bother me because I'm like, oh shit, I meant to reply and didn't. I never see it as, oh, that girl again. That's never the case. But you don't message me because you're like, I don't want to bother her. No, I want your business to work. The more people that enjoy this, the better the feeling is. So you're not bothering me. I either didn't see it because I have 95 ways to reach me, or it wasn't during those hours. All right. With that, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to post this on YouTube sometime. And I hope that you guys use our chat and that you have an amazing last week of the month. I love you. Bye.